Now, have you ever been to a beautiful hotel buffet lunch and walked along looking at all of the delicious dishes and said to yourself, I'm not going to overeat today. But I might just have a little taste of everything that's on the buffet. And 30 minutes later, you're leaning back in your chair, undoing your top button, saying, why, I've done it again. Overeaten. Has anyone ever done that? Overeaten at the buffet? Yes. I've never done that. And today I want to share with you a story about how leadership is just like being at that buffet. And that the best leaders who lead themselves and others without losing themselves are selfish. Ooh, I can feel it. I know you don't like that word. I get it. We're supposed to be selfless. But what if selfish were the missing ingredient to a great leader? You see, back in my university days, I would get together with all of my friends on a Tuesday night for the $10 Sizzler buffet plate deal. And we were broke students, so our sole intention was to fill our plates completely. And if you've never loaded your plate strategically at a buffet, here's how you do it. You don't waste valuable space with bread. You load the plate completely, no white space left. Then start to build it up, a bit like a sandcastle, coming in at the centre. Be mindful not to put cherry tomatoes around the edge. That's another error. And once you've got that sandcastle loaded really well, only then can you consider, I might just pop a bit of garlic bread on top. I would take my fully loaded plate across the room to meet my friends, giving myself a little pep talk along the way. You've got this, Nikki. You can hold it all together. You can do it. Don't let anything slide. And have you ever felt this, leading yourself or others through life? Overloaded, just holding it together, giving yourself a little pep talk. I'm going to be sharing with you 2 key strategies to resolve that feeling for you. And they're both selfish steps. Step number 1, get a bigger plate. Your plate represents your capacity to hold what life serves you. Now, if you're physically depleted, tired, not sleeping well, your plate can shrink. Your plate can shrink further if you're mentally depleted, stressed, too many tabs open in the brain, looping in the voice of worry. Your plate can shrink even further when you're emotionally depleted, navigating background life circumstances that no one else can see, putting on a mask, pretending you're fine. And whether you're emotionally, mentally, or physically depleted, soon you find yourself carrying around a plate the size of a small saucer, hoping to fit life on that. I can't even balance a cherry tomato on that. And who agrees that leaders who are tired, reactive, or withdrawn are probably not the best leaders? And it takes selfish steps to build your capacity. Nikki, that just sounds like self-care. No, self-care is a pedicure on a Friday afternoon. Building your capacity takes intentional, selfish steps, intentionally looking after your mental and physical health, intentionally building your mental resilience, managing your stress, navigating mindset and self-talk, building mindfulness and presence in your day. Selfishly and intentionally choosing to build emotional resilience, to calm and regulate your emotions, to choose and connect to joy or gratitude in others. So step number 1, build your plate. Step number 2, choose what's on your plate. And this comes down to defining, deciding, and delegating. Define what it is that brings you personal fulfillment. Define what it is that you truly value and what truly matters to you in your life. You have selfish permission to include yourself on your plate. And then from there, once you've defined that, then you can decide what no longer belongs. And you have selfish permission to say no. And from there, I think we can all agree that sometimes in life we have things land on our plate that we can't remove, which means we have selfish permission to say, I can't hold it all. I need some help. I'm going to delegate. And when we don't choose what's on our plate clearly like that, we say yes to everything that crosses our path, soon becoming overloaded, overwhelmed, and if I'm honest, just a little bit resentful. And it's these two selfish steps that mean we can lead with a clear mind and an open heart. Mind-hardened. Now, it's taken me some hard lessons in my life to really learn this. In fact, it took me nearly going blind to really understand this. See, back in August 2022, I was running and owning a physiotherapy business with a team of 15. I would arrive at work to endless emails, problems to solve, team members to manage and harmonise. I said yes to everything that crossed my desk. I was also in the process of organising a retreat, which meant I was in the depths of scheduling, planning, up late at night, organising. At the same time, I'd received a phone call inviting me to a business awards night as I was a finalist that just happened to be on the same weekend as my retreat, meaning I needed to be in two places at once. Yes, I'll make it work. I've got this. Yes, yes, yes. And behind the scenes, I'd been flying up and down from Sydney to help my ageing parents as my dad had been hospitalised with a stroke the year prior. And behind all of this, my husband and I had been navigating significant grief. We'd lost our son Baxter 8 years earlier. We'd been to the bottom of the ocean and back. And we're now facing our final closing door with our last IVF attempt failing. Depleted. Overloaded. You've got this, Nikki. You can hold it all together. Two days before that retreat started, my eye became inexplicably red and painful. I don't have time for this. I pushed through, hosted the retreat, put out some spot fires with my team, connected with my mum and dad, and drove to that awards night. And it was at that awards night, I'm holding a glass of champagne in the crowd, and it feels like I've got a glass bottle in my eye, and my vision is going cloudy. I can't see. Maybe I should see someone about this. I arrive home 3 days later after finishing that retreat, completely exhausted. I start running myself a bath, and the ophthalmologist's words are echoing in my mind. Nikki, why'd you leave it so long? You're about 24 hours off going completely blind. I lower myself into the warm water of that bath, and a question surfaces in my mind. When's the last time I did something nice just for me? I couldn't remember. And it was at that moment I knew I needed to start leading myself differently. I needed to give myself permission to be selfish. Leadership is not about carrying more. It's about carrying what matters most without losing ourselves in the process. Now, I've stepped into those two selfish steps, choosing my capacity, choosing what's on my plate. And now I step into leadership with a different energy. I'm no longer white-knuckling it in exhaustion. I hold calm confidence, a clear mind and an open heart, and for the first time in years, genuine gratitude to be here. I used to think that selfish was the opposite of selfless. Think again. Selfish leadership is the first essential step in serving others. Thank you. Thank you.